All right, hi, and welcome to the IAQuilter show. This is a monthly recap of what's been happening, plus a focus and spotlight on what some members have been up to and a look at what is coming up. So what has happened in the month of May? We are seeing a little more restrictions being lifted and enjoying a little bit more outside time, depending on where you're at. I hope that everyone continues to be safe and healthy. And then during May, we have also had a few meetups on Tuesdays. It's a great opportunity for us to check in, help each other out, encourage, inspire. So thank you for those who have been participating, and I look forward to more of them throughout the upcoming months. Please make sure you check the calendar for when those are happening and what times they will be happening as well. So this month we have received a couple blocks for the charity quilts. So excited, and thank you for sending them. So I've got a block from Kelly T. You are amazing, and I appreciate what you guys do for the charity. I received a few more packages, but they will be for the June IAQuilter show. So you have to wait to see those. Because of your donations, so far I've been able to finish one quilt top completely. It's quilted, bound, ready for giving when we can. And I am excited to announce that we have a second quilt top. It is finished and ready to be loaded onto the long arm machine. So thank you so much for that. The third one, oh, I'm gonna move this really quick. The third one is hanging out on the design wall. And with those couple packages that I just recently received, I will be filling in the spaces, and that will be ready to get quilted as well. So thank you so much for all of those blocks and how you help us out for the charity. If you take a look at the charity page, you can find out the organization that we are supporting again this year. The blocks are the same. It's the churn dash. So super simple, helps you work on your straight stitch as well as your half square triangles. May, we are taking a break, or we did take a break for the Seasons of Friendship. We, instead of sewing our blocks, we put the center together, and there's been a few that have been showing up in the community. So I am so excited to see more of those come. They are looking awesome. So, and then for the recess quilt, we explored the bullseye layout, which is similar to the log cabin, except you move from the center and do rings. We also introduced the new technique, which is taught by Lucy Blum, and it is paper piecing or foundation paper piecing, not to be confused with English paper piecing. So we got our quick instructions, how-tos, like for our supplies and our materials list. So big shout out to Sue, Penny, Naomi, and Karen, who've been sharing their projects and progress in the gallery area and show and tell. So fun to see everybody's work, and thank you for sharing it with us. This month's award goes to Barb Bobbitt, who has been sharing her projects as well as participating in the forum area and giving feedback to others. Keep up the great work, Barb, and there is something along its way to you as a thank you for being a great IAQ member. So now it's some time for IAQ news and updates, announcements. So there's been just a few changes in the dashboard area. The library page, if you've noticed, has been removed, but the content is still there. It's just been moved over to the classes. It didn't have much, a couple searches. I felt like combining them would allow you to have like one spot for everything. I'm sorry for the confusion, and know that the library is mentioned in the video walkthrough. So just be aware that that has been moved to the classes. Nothing has been lost. In addition, if you might have noticed, there's a monthly honeybees. These are smaller, quick, and fun projects that you can choose to sew along with or not. We're not here to overwhelm you, just to give you some options. If you are looking for something quick and easy, you can pop into the group and take a look at what the honeybee is for the month. It may take a little bit of time to get some steam on this because it is a new addition to the IAQ, but I am excited for those who participate and sew it if you have time and want to. They're super cute projects, all from the archives of the group. And so it's a great way to explore what is in here because there is a lot. You'll also notice that there's a few new forums that have popped up, the Quilty discussion forum, as well as your Share Your Wins, where we want to hear all about what you're working on. And your win does not mean that it needs to be finished. Just something that you're proud of, figured out, or learned, and any kind of progress along the way. Paper piecing has also been added to the forum area under the section of technique focus because that is what we are working on. So make sure if you need any updates or have questions or anything like that, you can pop into that forum and find your answers or ask your questions there. And also the IAQuilter show has been added, as mentioned last month. This is where you can find all of these recordings and the links and resources mentioned in the Spotlight members and shop area. So coming up for this month, we have Seasons of Friendship. This month we'll be sewing our log cabin blocks. So cute. There's 2 different layouts for this block, so you just need to make sure that you're watching the placement of your lights and darks. It's not a typical square quilt block, so just be aware that it is a rectangular shape and you're not doing it wrong. It is totally fine. For the recess quilt, we'll be exploring checkered styled blocks, and we will also continue with our paper piecing technique with Lucy. This month, we will be getting more instructions on cutting and sewing the center block together. We're kind of starting to dip into a busy season around here, so I'm just giving you a heads up of what is coming. The Orphan Project Challenge is starting June 8th. This is a great way to dig through your piles of projects and stacks of patterns. This is free to participate in if you're an IAQ member. Most of the activity is held in a separate private Facebook group, but we do have the forum here and in the IAQ, so you can use that as well. Keep us up on your progress. You'll have access to the tracking sheets, the Orphan Project ebook, and of course, our supportive community. There is a link in the classes as well as, I believe, this year for the Orphan Project Challenge, and you can start looking at that now. The OPC, when it is over, will be diving right into the launch for IAQ. This is a busy season for me because I do bigger promotions and such that will be happening, all to invite new members to join us. This, of course, means there will be a quilting bee started soon. There's 4 that we do during the year. The next one will be near the end of June. Check the calendar for that. And the topic, of course, is pick a quilt. So we have chosen 4 or 5 quilts or projects from the IAQ archives. They are quilts that you can sew in a week. So they are not big, they are not overwhelming. We have our forum, we have our gallery, and we will have a 1-day full sew day where we will check in 3 times during that day and help share our progress and help answer any questions if you have with the project that you chose to work on. So please, please check your calendar for those days. Make sure you mark it down on your personal calendar, put a reminder in there, and you will notice that the materials for those projects will be released earlier than the start date so you can be all prepared. So, and as well, there is an additional Quilt Along that will be starting. So I know there's a lot of stuff that's happening. No sewing will be happening for that Quilt Along. It will start in July. So we will start getting our monthly or our materials list at the end of June. So watch for that as well. All of these projects are not here to overwhelm you. They are giving you options, inspiration, and a place to start. You can pick and choose what you want to participate in. You can decide how big of a project you want to dive into, whether it's the year-long Quilt Along or the shorter projects or even the monthly honeybees. It is all up to you. This is not to overwhelm. This is just to give you a variety and a good place to start when you're looking for projects to sew. There's no need to buy additional patterns. You only need the materials for that project when you get started. So again, please check the calendar because that will have all the information as to what the days are and the times that we will be meeting up. Plus, if there's a topic for that meetup as well. We had a great show and tell. Those are held the last Tuesday of the month. So we would love for more people to participate in those. We take time and go around each person and we get to see what you have worked on. So thank you to those who have participated those in the past. And I really do look forward to those every single month. We also had our new member meetup where I am able to answer questions. Please check the calendar for our next new member meetup as well. So that is it for me and for this month for the IAQuilter show. I hope you continue to have happy days and find a little bit of time to sew each day. So until next time, we will see you.